like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Give everybody the strength and ability to do what they do best, and that's make people laugh.
Everybody want to be famous! Nobody want to put the work in.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish.
Remember this, girls.
Oh my goodness.
None of you can be first, but all of you can be next.
Woo!
All right. Hey, look. Before we even get into it, man, we got Jody.
Jody Joe.
We got Jody Joe.
Jody.
Hey, look, Jody is in the building, man.
I love you, Jody.
That seem wild, man. That seem wild still.
Yeah, so you see what today is going to be about. Real quick,
It's gonna be fun.
I had Jody. She was commenting. I said, "Oh shit, you know what? I've been seeing what you've been doing. You know what I mean? We have an adjacent friend, you know, and brother Terry. That's my guy.
What up, T?
You know
Shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Mr.
adjacent
Rose,
friends.
Yeah, adjacent friend. You know what I'm saying? And we've had some off mic conversations that we exchange information and shit. So that's my
That's
guy.
my
for
right
real.
hand.
Yeah,
That's my
he's
right hand.
solid brother. And I said, "Hey man, pull up." She said, "DM me." Okay, I did, and here she is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? True to her word.
Live
Yes.
and living color.
Yeah, I sent the calendar invite. Didn't have to follow up. She said, "Hey, I'm on my way."
Oh, you didn't need me at all for this.
No.
Look at you.
No,
Keep that up.
Yeah, you've been fired from that department in the
I
while.
appreciate that. I
Y'all
appreciate
funny, man.
that. You know.
Hey, so Jody, what the fuck been going on, man? I saw that you just sold out a whole event for what you was doing. And that shit was kind of fly. That was dope.
Yeah. Just a little background. I was previously the host of Provocative, but I rebranded my podcast to be called Her Nut Matters. So
I
Her
kind of
Nut,
giggle like
It
that.
do.
yeah. So Her Nut Matters. Why
That
you
name-
over
that
laughing
name
at
is
me?
crazy. Yeah, that name crazy. I love it
Yes,
though.
but Her Nut Matters.
It's like H&M.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't come after me for that H&M.
But yeah, I had a live show, my first live show. I've done
Congrats.
live shows with other people
Mhm.
multiple times. Like I've opened for Cocktails Dirty Discussion, Don't Call Me White Girl. I'm on tour with the Heart of Soft show right now. I've worked with a lot of different podcasts in the sex positive space, but this was my first time doing my own live show solo. Like this is all me. And for me to sell out was huge. Like,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Absolutely.
So for me, that night was just a testament to the value of what
Your
I
worth.
bring
Come
to-
on, man. Your
Yeah,
worth
Yeah.
put
very,
in.
very much the value that I bring to the world. Majority of the people that was there, it wasn't like, I'm coming because Jody my friend or whatever the case is. Majority of the people in that room never saw him before. In my
Now,
life.
as far as the
Good
crowd,
shit.
was it mixed gendered? Like, was it mostly
Yes.
women, couples? Like, describe the
Mixed,
crowd.
like, and that's what I loved about it so much. Like, literally white, Latino, black, male, female,
Yeah,
gay,
come on
straight,
now.
non-binary.
It was dildos in the building,
Like-
strippers
Fish in the barrel.
Yeah.
It was all kind of shit going on.
Yeah, like,
You was there?
No, I just, I got I can't
I'm
even
like,
talk. I'm here to the street. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but even with that, I know when I first started podcasting, majority of my audience was black.
Mhm.
And then what I started to realize was that I wasn't just in this box in terms of who my audience was. So
Right.
and literally having this event and people literally seeing like, oh, this is actually where her audience looks like. Because you might look
Good
at me
stuff.
and look at my social media and assume what my audience might
Right.
look like. A lot of people think that for example, majority of my audience is women. It's not. Majority of my audience is men.
No, dudes is freaks too.
But I think it's more so because I curate a space for women to be unapologetic. They want to be flies on the wall. They
Right.
want to listen in and hear the conversations, the craziness that people aren't always upfront with. Like, just like being very honest and living in their truth necessarily. And
Okay.
also because of that, because I know men, like majority of my audience is men, I like to have the medicine. I like to have the candy and the medicine.
yeah.
So it's very intentional. I'm always giving people like tips, but I never make it a one-sided
Just
tip.
the tip.
Exactly. So
All right,
All
now.
right now.
All right now.
All right now. You know what?
Watch-
Yeah.
watch yourself.
All right,
Watch
that's your
yourself.
first pass.
So I never make it one-sided. I always say like, so fellas, if you want to get your lady to try something new or you are curious about something, this is the way you go about that conversation. So I always make sure I'm mindful of who's
Right.
listening.
You know what? The GOAT, my GOAT in rap is Tupac. he said something a long time ago. He said, if you make something for the ladies, the dudes gonna come. They gonna show the hell up. You said the term
How they
earlier.
gonna come?
Boom. Definitely. for the bird brains like me, you know what I'm saying? For the meatheads, you said sex positive.
Love meat and head.
All right.
And we on fire today. Hey, what is sex positive? What does that mean?
Oh, okay. So sex positive is a term that refers to people that are not shaming or discouraging people from exploring their sexuality.
No matter what it is.
Yeah. So if I say I'm sex positive, it doesn't mean under the condition that it's not catered to the LGBTQ plus,
Gotcha.
It means sex positive. I mean that all people should be able to explore their sexuality in a safe and healthy way.
She does not yuck people's yums.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
So if I like BBWs, I can't be ashamed for that.
Of course not.
Okay, if I like skinny girls, if I like crackheads.
Of course not.
Cool. All right.
I've never seen a
make myself safe right now.
I've never seen an unhappy crackhead. So that's very true.
Hey.
Have you ever seen an unhappy crackhead?
No.
Like, I mean,
only when they didn't have crack.
Yeah, but not even when they didn't have crack, because I feel like they were just on a mission to get more crack. So even if you see them and they not high off crack, they probably walking with a
going to get some crack.
They on a mission. Like, I'm walking, I'm finna get to
Jody,
it.
I'm about to kick you out. First of all, what the really crackheads? And then
Crackhead, BBW,
so to your
skinny
point,
girl.
I went to it was a pussy eating class, right? Because I was working with the Meow University, so we were supporting. Oh my goodness, she has a show on HBO, but sex positive. All women there. There were no men in there learning, and I feel like here in Chicago we have tons of classes that are provided by practitioners, whether that is
myself included. I teach classes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that what I've seen at the Meow, it's really hard to get men to come out, right? Like we have, Kat has events for couples. It's really challenging to get brothers to come out. What do you think? For a man who's watching and he's thinking like, maybe this is someplace I want to take my girl or come by myself.
Too much pussy class, right?
Just any class, right?
Right.
Like, how do you encourage your brother to, try something new if maybe he's not so, comfortable?
All right, so I have a couple things to say to that. Unfortunately, most heterosexual men are vanilla.
Explain what vanilla is for people. Yeah.
I'm in the kink community.
Boy.
Sorry. So vanilla is
with caramel on top.
Really think about ice cream, right? Vanilla is probably the least
plain.
Yeah, it's very plain, right? So these are the people that don't really want to try new things in a bedroom. Their egos are probably up here, and they think that they don't need to do anything different. Like, anytime someone says like, "Oh, well, has this with your sex game?" and their response is, "I've never had complaints." Lack of complaining does not mean good. Yeah. And lack of feedback does not mean good either. And so it's a lot of different things when it comes to trying to target those type of people in particular. I did have single men at my event and they felt comfortable. And I think part of the reason that I'm able to appeal to such diverse crowds is because I'm so out there. And people feel like, oh, I could talk to her. She the homie.
Yeah, not gonna judge you for something.
And when you feel super comfortable, you can walk into one of my events solo or with a friend or however and feel like I feel seen, I feel heard. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, especially with men. Like I said, their egos are up here. I give women so many tips on how to like get their men to do something that they probably wouldn't have did in the past.
It's so gentle. You gotta work it. Like
you gotta know how to talk to men.
Teaching a couples class, I had one sister. She was like, he won't come to class with me, and I'm like, all right, well, class is on a Sunday. That's football Sunday and Game of Thrones, like what's coming on. And so I was like, well, you don't want to make him feel guilty for doing the things that he enjoys on his day off. That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to put this class in competition with the other things. And so then I created a little game. I was like, well, you could play a game of bone. So you know how you play horse and, first one horse, whatever. I'm like, oh, you do that. You take your panties and you ball it up. And the first one to bone gets to hide their bone wherever, so
ball the panties up?
Yeah, to as a basketball. And you shoot it into you shoot it into it, so
you guys' attention now.
You can't come to class with me, but you can make it fun at home to encourage him to want to do something different and new with you. So it took about a year for them to actually get into class with me. But you gotta you could turn a man off super fast and he'll never want to do anything with you ever again.
And I think a lot of people get into relationships with people that they're not truly sexually compatible with. And when you truly want to experience something with your partner, it doesn't take that much convincing. I've never really had to convince a man to do something that I wanted him to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it's convincing other than sex is really challenging for folks. If you've never talked about it, you don't really engage your partner verbally about sex. You just do it. You may not know how to even
but it
get
both
to that
ways.
place.
So even if for example, a lot of women come to these classes and they're like, oh, I wish he would come, right? And sometimes
I was like, where? Come where?
No,
to the class?
Come to the class, right? But sometimes it's from the perspective of I kind of need him to be present at this class because I'm so used to men doing things to me. So the only way for me to find out if I like something is if someone does something to me.
That's why they cheat.
So
what? You'll throw that in there. Who's cheating?
Little sneak shot.
Yeah. No, and I mean, and I bring that up because I have men all the time when I throw events, they ask can men come too? Can I come too? So it's not like they don't want to know.
Right.
They
Yeah.
do. But
you gotta make a place comfortable for them.
Do they feel safe in this space? Probably not. Because again, if you go into a space, right, and all you're talking about is what your male partner does not do for you, and why would I sit there and talk about how you don't like how I eat your pussy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true. You know what though? Both y'all mentioned it. It's the male ego and pride are getting in the way of us trying to better ourselves in the bedroom or learn new things. This is how I knew I wanted to talk about game. This is a true story. True story. I was
Is this about the?
I was giving a chick some head.
Oh yeah,
I thought I was killing it. Thought I was killing it. She said, "No, stop. Do this right here. Do it like this and just like this." On her. She enjoyed it. I said, let me see something. The next time I ate some pussy, I did that. And the girl was like, where the fuck you learned that from? I was like, yeah. You know what? It's time to up my game, man. I've been doing shit wrong.
It has to be so uncomfortable to do I answer?
That is hilarious.
So this last shit, right?
But what I also
I'm honest about it. I tell you this, I said a bisexual girl taught me how to eat pussy.
Yeah. I will also say this. It's not just the male ego that is problematic. It's also the female ego. It's also the woman's ego, right? Because again, anytime you feel like, well, it can't be me. That's the problem as to why this isn't working. Your ego is already here. So you go into these classes, but you expecting this man to come with you because, again, you're used to people just doing things to your body. You haven't really explored it. And I tell people all the time, if you want to have great sex, you have to always be sexually curious and coachable. Those are the two things that you need every single time because you're going to be able to have sex with anybody and it's going to be great sex because you are always willing to learn something new because you can't, what's going to turn her on is not going to turn me on. It's not going to turn the next person on. And it's the same thing with men too. People just assume men don't need to be in the mood as well. It's it's very much a two-way street, right? So once you understand that, okay, cool, we are both sexual beings that have different needs. How do we get on this? How do we figure out what's gonna work for what we got going on?
Yeah.
Then that's how now it's okay, cool. You can begin to have those conversations around you know what, babe? I prefer this type of situation. Let's try this. Let's try that. And hell yeah, they're gonna be with it.
It is very much a lifestyle. I told, so we were talking about, so I teach this class called Bedroom Manifesto. And it's really for women to learn how to be ready for sex. Most often, we're not having the sex that we want because we're in our own way. You look at your schedule, how what you eat, what you talk about on a daily, how you use your time. Are you ever really ready for romance? So if you're on your way home and your man is waiting at home for you, you got an hour commute. What are you doing that hour? Are you waiting to get on him and say, what haven't you done around the house? Or are you preparing yourself to be all right, I'm ready to be with you and be close. Yeah. So if you don't protect your time and your energy and make sure that your man knows that he's desired, because you have to compliment him too. You got to, turn him on as well. And if a man has to constantly coerce you, oh yeah, you're beautiful. If a man has to put his knee between me your legs to encourage you to open up or convince you and keep working you. You know, like, but a lot of men have to do that because there are some women that don't feel comfortable in their body, they don't feel beautiful, they don't feel like they deserve to be made love to. But that's a us thing.
That is very
you
much
know, like we can't depend on a man to keep lifting us up so we can open up. Like, no, that definitely hurts a brother's feelings.
Women, y'all can't be mad if a man slide off to something else because y'all tripping.
I said the C word earlier.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like if a man has to put his knee in between you to get you to open up and give him something for that night, nah, you really don't want to. This is an obligation.
And so when you say right there, you really don't want to. There's also reading the room. There are times when it's not a good lovemaking time. Like lovemaking
it's never not time to fuck.
I mean, so here's the thing.
Relax.
Yeah,
relax.
I need to get it in.
It's a process. So if we haven't communicated all day, right? Or we don't talk, there's no conversation. Everybody gets aroused in a different way. So if you, as a woman, I enjoy me being myself. I like conversation. I like connecting. So if there's nothing verbal, no eye contact, and then you just like grab me,
that's different. That's different.
But like some people do that.
Yeah. That is hilarious. And my kinky ass borderline like assault a little bit. So I'm a little different.
Yeah, like
I am a little different, right? Where I like, even if we're not talking, you just come and like grab my neck and grab my ass real quick. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm ready. Right? But everybody is not like that. Everybody is not kinky like me. Everybody don't like the same types of things that I like. So it comes down to knowing your person, right? So I said earlier, like once you're having those conversations and you get to know your person in particular, right? Some women will not get aroused if it's dishes in the sink. Because guess what? That's a distraction.
That's petty.
Right?
That's super
petty.
That's petty, man.
You're saying that's petty, but
what if her dishes?
No, but I also know a lot of men
That's true.
A man example. I know men that, okay, if they hit a bad day at work, they cannot get it together. If they have some stuff going on financially, my dick can't get hard. It's not different.
That money
it's a distraction. No, and a distraction is a distraction. And we can't say like, oh, your distraction is
weighs more than
you're right.
No, because what do you need to be free of distractions so that you can be present in your body and enjoy the moment. But I cannot enjoy the moment if the kids running around the damn house and the housework ain't done. Like I'm not comfortable. But the moment that is done, imagine it like and women, you'll hear this all the time. A man that'll just take something off of a woman's plate, like, oh, you ain't home yet, but I know the dishes need to be done, and the dishes is done, and you walk through, and it's like, oh my God, I don't gotta do them dishes. I don't gotta put the beds, kids' bed. Pull your dick out.
Yeah, so
don't do that anyway.
I think I don't even want to say pushback. There's always a distraction in our lives.
And I'm not saying get rid of all distractions. No, like the things that are like in your head.
So, no, that's kind of where I'm coming from, right? Mm-hmm. Like we'll always have bills. House will always be to the left. There's always something going on. And what I've realized is that in order to have a really balanced love life, one has to make a decision on how do I set those things aside and still get my back blown out. Because I can replace the distraction with something because it will always be something. And I had to realize like, I really do want to have sex every day. So in order to have sex every day, either how do I set up a life where I can say, even with all of these things that I have decided will turn me off, if they're true, how do I get myself into a state where I'm not putting lovemaking next to garbage? Like the garbage is not taken out, or the dishes are not done, or my money is not right. Like I like to practice getting myself into a position. So mindfulness, taking a breath and realizing like, man, life is always going to life. I don't want to miss a day not making love because dishes are done. Dishes aren't done.
All that shit sound good, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. When, especially like, let's say you're day to day with your partner, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if any of y'all live with your partner or whatever, right? But you're day to day. That man, and he's not cheating, that man needs that action, right? So when you talk about there's always going to be distractions, yeah. So the way to get away from the distraction is fuck something.
You know Wait, your partner or something?
Like that, yeah, I mean.
No, your partner.
You know what a good blowjob do?
I don't believe in always fucking your partner. So, and
who you fucking there?
Why do you have to fuck somebody?
Okay, talk about it.
Why do you have to fuck somebody?
Well, he needs to
if
get
you
off.
want, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever,
I'm all for solo play. I'm all for masturbation. I schedule masturbation sessions just because I need a pick me up. I don't drink coffee.
On your calendar?
Yes, like, I don't drink coffee. So if you hit me, like my phone will randomly be on do not disturb because I need me I need me a masturbation session.
Hey, man,
and I feel like all people have to figure out like, okay, cool. What is it that I truly want out of this situation, right? And also, and I was gonna say this earlier, the way I have sex with myself sets the tone for how men are supposed to have sex with me as well. So when I talk about 18 to 40 minutes of foreplay, it's because I'm romancing myself as well.
Minutes.
I said what I said.
Damn.
18 to 40 minutes.
Get on his
On
ass.
taking a
myself.
nap,
Because
girl.
if I take my time with myself and I'm all the way there, because guess what? I'm squirting cream and having amazing explosive orgasms every single time I fuck myself. So
You're setting the bar so high.
Hey, man.
but it's not.
Why
but
you
it's
say
not.
it's high?
It's not high. It's not high, especially because of all of the things that I introduced my partner to. And so it's to the point where it's like,
So he knows as your teammate, like, okay, it's about to be one of those days.
Yeah.
I got to come out here and perform like Mike.
yeah. And also I'm not by far a pillow princess. So I do majority of the work anyways.
Talk
More
about
often than times, he just lay back and I get to work.
I didn't even know what a pillow princess was. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, a lot of
Nah,
women
nah,
are
nah.
Lay back
pillow.
and get beat.
The same way a lot of women are pillow princesses, a lot of men are vanilla. And that's why a lot of times sex is viewed as something that men do to women and not something that we experience together.
Yeah,
I
for
wonder
sure.
how many women. So there's this kink dollification where you like literally lay there and like pretend to be a doll. And I always wait, you're in your body, but you're aroused by someone just moving you around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious, like
I'll say
how many people have these kinks that don't really understand, like. That's a kink.
What it
Like
is.
you might
Yeah.
actually be turned on by not moving.
You know what? To that point,
so-
though, my fault.
Okay.
You know how y'all been hitting around this point so far this show.
Please don't tell us
Like-
you have a doll at home.
No. I'm not above buying no dog. Hey, during COVID,
Oh, well, that's what's gonna be under the
during
Christmas
COVID, though, they
tree.
only got my money. It was safe sex out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
For real though, like
you and AI Bay is crazy.
it was hard for me to tell through my life partners I have been with, you know, what I like in the bedroom, how I like shit done to me. So
Yeah.
I found a way around that by, of course, you know, I'm on Pornhub. I like Dirty X now. Sending them clips of people doing shit to each other, like, boom, look this.
You
Boom,
got
boom,
a
boom.
playlist?
It took like, facts.
A playlist.
It took like 6 months to a year for some of these girls to start getting it like, oh, you like this? You want me to try this? Yeah, because when I talk to you about it, you shut down. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to
Yeah.
receive it. Or
First
am I saying
of
it the wrong fucking way?
Some.
Yeah.
Slide that in
Yeah,
there.
talk your shit. It's okay.
Look, as
Y'all
someone
see-
that is in the lifestyle, I don't judge people, right?
Right.
Because I identify as ethically non-monogamous.
Mhm.
What I
Who? Say it
will
again?
ethically non-monogamous.
I'm learning right here. Come on now.
But what I will say is a lot of people have kinks and don't realize that they kinky.
Yep.
There are a lot of vanilla people out here, but you could be vanilla with a kink or a vanilla with
Yeah,
a
with sprinkles.
fetish, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a spectrum. So nobody is like all the way, you know, whatever. Everybody has
Everybody ain't got that
limits
glow.
and but the most important thing is that because a lot of us never truly learned how to have healthy, productive conversations around sex, right? When you look back to sexual education that we received either from parents, most of us didn't receive it from parents. It was
At all.
just don't do
Oh
it.
my God, just
Right.
scary pictures.
Mine was
Right.
the Bible. It said don't do it.
Right.
Middle parts.
Yeah, the conversations around sex education are don't do it. If
Don't
you
get
do
pregnant.
do it, you will get pregnant or get an STD.
You gonna get put
so
out the
just
house.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Right? So because of that, how do you learn how to have a healthy conversation around sex?
Yeah.
It's something that literally when you learned about it, it was all rooted in shame. Sex has always
Yeah.
been rooted in
Talk about the
shame.
consequences of
Oh,
sex.
and now we got
Not
people
talk
that
about
don't
it.
even know how a Plan B pill works.
Eat it.
Exactly.
No,
Oh.
it's not just. It doesn't work for everybody.
It does. Plan B's don't work for everybody. So, for example, if you're ovulating, it will not work. The point is to stop ovulation.
Right. If you're over
ovulating
195
It's
pounds, it
over.
won't work.
I never took
Yeah.
one, so I don't know.
Yeah. So
If she's over 200 pounds, it doesn't work.
yeah.
My
So
big girl's at the picture there.
my
She took $50.
She wasn't never pregnant, fam. She got that piece above her mouth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
She got
and
grub
the
hub.
tips of white bread.
Man, I'm out here tricking her. I'm paying for sex twice.
She would have got her some Harold.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Everybody about to read the back of Plan B pill.
Like, God damn it.
Trust me.
I want to
Got me
ask
again.
y'all this, right? With everybody's successes that we've had in this space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you or do y'all feel like media personalities are like the new stars? Whereas, like, if you see a Charlemagne, if you see a Rory and Mal, if you see these different people, Charles and White, right? They get way more attention, right, in the media space than, I don't know, or as much as the Stephen A. Right? If you look at
I'm glad you
multiple
went there.
Platforms.
right? Charles White is on all of them. Dr. Umar is on all of them. These are personalities.
Except
actually.
for major networks. Television.
Exactly.
That's
but, But the major network is YouTube, right? And your
Easy,
channel.
bro. Do you want to hear me talk about sex or her talk about sex? I'd rather hear them because they know what the fuck they talking about. I say this. Stephen A. He played basketball at a low level.
Did he?
Do you want to hear? Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Do you want to hear someone that's been in that field, in that space, got experience, maybe a Hall of Famer, maybe a star, give you their life, get this shit up 100%, or hear somebody like me giving me my opinion of it, what I think it should be, what I want to be? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, low-key, we should be cheering for Gills and Rayner, Wallow, Rory Mal, cheering for we should be cheering for all the athletes cheering for all the stars, the former players, people that's in the industry getting these shows. We cheer for them, bro, because it's pushing out the old media that just really controlling the narrative that they really don't have no clue about, bro.
But I think it's dope because like it puts us in a position like when we sell out a promontory, right? Or a
It opens the
Talia
door
Hall,
for us.
right? So like we've done those shits. And it's like, okay, like you said, my audience is my audience. So you can cultivate what you want.
Yep, that experience.
Monetize your audience, right? And you don't have to worry about being signed to anybody.
Yeah,
right? Or coming from a particular industry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I think it's at the end of the day, media is changing. That's why they refer to like, podcasting as part of new media, right?
Media.
Like more people, when they do their press runs, they're not just going to ABC, NBC, CBS.
Fox, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, they're not just going there. They're looking at podcasts as well that align with their brands. Now, you will see people that it's like, all right, cool. It's like, what is that level, right? And this is how I kind of look at it. And I actually, before becoming a podcaster, I did PR for years.
Oh, okay.
For years. I have 10 years of PR experience. So I worked with local media, trade magazines, national media, etc. And now, I want to say like 7-8 years ago, they began to build out media lists with bloggers. Now, fast forward, now they have media lists with podcasts on it, right? So all it did was expand the way in which we get the information out there. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because it is a way for people that have significant influence to, be in positions that they weren't typically awarded in the past.
I mean, the audience is what matters, right? Like, and that's what people want. They want to get to people's eyes and ears. So to your question, are, those in the social media space new stars? I would say, yeah, right? Like people are seeking them out. They are trusted sources in some way. They are recognizable. Right? They might not be on major, television network, but they also are getting written into films, movies. You may hear them on the radio doing drops. And so you're seeing this transition, between those that have a microphone because they hold people's attention. Now, does it translate into like mass media outside of the Black experience? That's the part that I'm not so sure of, right? Like it seems to be like we know folks with podcasts. And then there's other ethnic groups and other communities that have their media influencers that we have no clue who they even are, right? So you can have this perception like, oh, these people are super big, but take your ass to Kansas or Oregon. Don't nobody know who you are. So I think the industry matters, the audience matters, the topics matter, and then the media market that you're in absolutely matters as well.
I totally agree with that. That's why for me, when I just did the Her Nut Matters live show, when I saw how diverse
You just gonna giggle every time she say that.
Man, shout out to that show, man. Shout out to that vibe. Love it.
When I did the live show and I saw how diverse my audience was, I know that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I first started, I wouldn't have saw the diversity. I opened up for Shameless Sex, which is a white sex positive podcast. their whole audience. We performing at Zanny's, not a brown or black face in the audience. There was people walking up to me like, "Oh my God, you're Jody." I was like, "I am."
Talk about it.
How you know? How you know me?
Right.
But it's stuff like that that really, you know, like I think again, as someone who did PR in the past, and I know like about reach and how to communicate across different demographics. For me, I thought it was super important that like, okay, have a message, but what is your true goal behind this?
Yeah.
Who are the people that you want to reach? Like, I know exactly who my target audience is, as well as my secondary audiences as well. I know who I'm communicating to at all times, and I know that it appeals to different people. So when you kind of like have that outlook on your message as well, you can reach far.
I think we're more than ever in control of the messages that we co-sign. Right, because you can say when you're a part of a network, you don't know who's going to be running an ad after your program. You just broker the show and you're on the network. Here, we get to say we don't agree. No, we don't want to put your brand, connected to us. Yeah, you can write a check, but that's in conflict with who it is that we say we are. Very different from newspapers, right? Who also have to keep the doors open. So they're going to run both Democrat and Republican, right, to be non-biased. I think people in our community are definitely looking for opportunities to be a part of the conversation. And that's why I like the transition from, being on a microphone and being on camera to bringing people out to actually talk. Because we look at what Black people and brown people do for work. We're not in in places of power or influence. We don't get to speak our mind. We, can't really talk about our opinions. And so I feel like this space, very different from traditional media. There is a conversation that's back and forth that you don't see, with other platforms and other. Nobody's writing letters to the editor, arguing their point. Like people are actually commenting real time and sharing their opinions. And more than ever before, we got people, a lot of men also speaking their mind, which is brand new for me. If I think about 10 years ago, didn't know what was on a man's mind. When you walked into the barbershop, they shut up.
Yeah. It's not your space.
Now you press play.
The men shut up?
Yeah.
Oh, they left us on Central and Lake there.
You just
them guys got quiet. No, really, they got quiet, man.
But it's been great seeing men like actually share and listen, which is why I sent that. Like, do you believe? Like, have you heard of digital misogyny?
I said, what's that?
Oh, I guess it's misogyny. That's misogynoir, like these toxic ideologies that men are presenting in the social media space. And so I was reading an article, and
is that like that the red and blue pill niggas? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the red pill niggas.
Oh, I don't know. That was the first time me hearing digital misogyny.
Yeah, I've never heard of of course, learned about misogyny for years, but in the digital age, I guess I would argue that that's probably a little bit more dangerous because with the generations that came after the millennials, they're being raised on this digital stuff. So even if you're preaching something in your household differently, what they see on social media all the time is misogyny.
So they're on their phone and laptop all day long.
Exactly. The message can get across within an hour.
Yeah.
Do you think though, coming off of your TV run, was it easy to transition in the space, or were you already on that?
Transition in the space of podcasting?
Yeah.
Well, I was already potting before I did the reality
Catch
TV.
Up.
So
But okay, let me say this. Was it as obviously as popular? Like, was your face being on TV? It has to help when you go back into podcasting, because did you take a break while you were on TV?
Yeah. So little background about the TV show. We shot that in 2022. So it's been 2 years. It didn't drop until this year. The Hollywood, the Writers Guild and everything was on strike. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that went on after we actually shot that. So I'm not even the same person I was 2 years ago. So that's that. I'm still me, but I'm not quite me. All right. So that's that. I will say this, because of how the Never Ever Mets kind of like rolled out. Keep in mind also, like, this was the first season of it. So I feel like the first season, it determines if there's a second season, but the cast as part of the first season never gets the same visibility as the people that come after. We didn't do press runs or anything like that. My audience was already growing.
Got it.
my audience didn't exponentially take off because of the TV show. It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that watched the Never Ever Mess were the people that watched the Never Ever Mess that they didn't necessarily tune into my podcast. Partially because also like again when the network was promoting the show, it's not like they were promoting the cast
Individual,
members,
yeah.
right? So they weren't tagging us and stuff. You damn near had to like go
And
under
find
the
it, yeah.
comments and you know like there were people that literally like stalked me and found my social media to comment negativity or whatever.
That's what they do.
And that's really
The
what it
digital
was.
shit.
So it's like it's not like, oh, I like my followers on Instagram, they didn't come from the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I was already going viral. I was like, literally, when we was out there,
Talk your shit.
yeah, when we was out there filming, I had my first viral video. Like, I showed one of the producers, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going viral. Look at this. Like, it didn't do anything for me.
Right.
Anything that I have, any success that I have with my podcast was all of the hard work that I was
Talk
putting
about
in. Like, I went and, you know, worked with the hard to solve, horrible decisions, cocktails, like, I was putting in that work because again, I got that PR background. So I know how to pitch myself. I know how to market myself. I know what I need to do in terms of my brand and what aligns with other people's brands. Like I make it super easy for somebody to want to work
say
with
yes,
me.
yeah.
Like I don't make why would I make it hard? Like make it easy.
Complimentary, never in competition.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all this, man. In the world of hip hop, right? Because you know we like to start in Chicago and work our way out. You know.
Wait, Jody, are you from Chicago?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
Curie.
Nice.
Oh, that's trash.
Whatever.
Condo is definitely a dirty bird. Condo is a dirty bird. It is.
You know what? Good call. I forgot that it's very important because the high school
Dirty
that
bird.
you went to is more important than
All
junior
right.
college,
Your job
where
you
you
got
work
now.
at. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, it's the real thing.
High school.
How is that more important than the college you go to?
Oh,
we
yeah.
we judge you off that.
Like now I'm like, are you
It's-
really from Chicago?
we judge
It's
you off
bragging
that.
rights.
Yeah.
Like if you went to
I
the
think it's like a generation thing, maybe.
So-
Let's say
If somebody say, "Hey, okay," so according
what
to
are we talking about? Because basketball was killing when I was in high school.
who's on y'all squad?
What you mean, Coach?
Mike-
Coach Mike and Larry. Those were
Mike's
our
my man.
coaches.
Mike's my man. He's my man. You know, fuck Curie though.
Why you looking like that?
Fuck Curie.
like-
That's
I'm
my
gonna
guy.
say,
super
when a motherfucker
sideways.
say Curie, it ain't like motherfuckers just go crazy.
This is why high school important though. Like
But man, we're
What-
not gonna sit here and act like
allegedly,
you're
what are the
a
pretty girls go to school
basket-
at? You see what I'm saying?
Simeon.
People judge you. Kenwood, Simeon, or you know these schools like that. Where all the nerds go? Whitney Young, Lane Tech, shit like that. What the thugs go to school at? Western
Simeon.
House, yo, shit like that. Hey, that's my point. You at the West House, dog, you can fight.
Not Curie.
You can hoop.
That is
Not Curie.
insane. I was an artsy nerd, so I went to Curie.
You should have went to Lane then.
No, I went to Curie. It's a fine art
Boo.
school. And when I got out of high school, I took all college classes my junior and senior year. When I got
Flex.
to DePaul,
Now that's a flex.
when I got
That's
to
a flex.
DePaul,
Because
I had a
being-
semester worth of credit and I triple majored magna cum laude. Please don't play with me.
Talk about that.
All I'm
Flowers.
saying is being
Make it rain flowers.
valedictorian at Curie isn't really
Don't do
setting
that.
the bar. You know what I mean? Way up here.
Do you
We're
know how
not-
many people went to Curie?
do you know how many people were failures at Curie?
Oh no, we're not gonna do this. You
No,
are so.
I was in the IB program, so I can't relate. I didn't even have classes with the
She
regular
ain't
people.
talk to the parents.
IB programs didn't even exist when we were in high school.
No, like I'm
Not credence.
It's funny. I have a story, right? So, I graduated in 2009 from high school. The class of 2009, because I didn't have classes with them, thought I was actually in class of 2008 because I was in like
They never saw you.
I was in calculus, I was in physics. I had like all these advanced classes. So then when I stuck around for 2009, someone actually told me like, "Oh, I thought you failed." I was like,
Oh no.
"I'm ranked 10 in the school."
In the school at Curie.
I'm ranked 10 in the school. I have a 4.5 GPA, and you thought
That's
I
nice, though.
failed?
I'm definitely cheating off your paper.
Cause what?
You know what? I can't take away from your accolades, okay? Like, you can't change who you were, Flip. I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I say that to say, like, when I was in 8th grade, I knew I wanted to go to a school that had an IB program. I've always been strategic. So even at 13, 14, I was like, okay, if I get an IB program, I'll take college classes my senior
Well,
year.
that sounds like a
which
Beasley
means-
V. Did you go to Beasley?
I went to Fulton.
Okay.
I'm from the hood.
Where is that?
Fulton? 52nd and Hermitage.
Oh, girl, come on now.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm like, I still stay. I like,
You
I
got
bought my-
hands. You got hands.
I bought mine. I bought
No,
my
she got hands.
Hands and feet, nigga. Catch them all.
Hands and feet.
But I was strategic. I'm like, okay, cool. I know what life I want to eventually live.
Right.
I'm gonna go to this school. I'm gonna get in the IB program.
You plan your shit out.
Yeah, and then
Boom,
when I
boom,
got to DePaul, I had a full ride. I had a semester at the credit. I didn't have to take majority of my prereqs. Like when you first go to college, it's like, oh, I didn't have to take a math class. I didn't have to take a history class. I triple majored because I didn't want to leave early.
All right. Yeah, you know what? There it is. Pardon the body. Okay, no disrespect. You've proven yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are elite.
Well, speaking of accolades, though, it would be fucked up if we didn't give you a flower this week, bro. Congratulations, bro, on being signed on to produce the What's Funny, dog.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Salute, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty. That's a testament to the work. Like, the testament to what she did and is doing. It's a testament, bro, because you study, you put in the hours, this show, on the side, everywhere else, bro, it's only right. You deserve it.
Period.
Oh, man, thank you, man.
Deserve, bro.
Hey, I want to thank me.
Does that mean we get seats this year?
Yes.
Period.
Man.
Can I come?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. All right, but
Already making broken promises.
I forgot about that shit.
Just like a producer.
I'll be like, yeah, remember when you called me? I ain't say that. Run the camera back.
Right.
Run the camera back.
Who is this again?
Episode 220-something.
I love receipts. I can't wait till you tell me, Jody, I ain't say that.
He gonna take that. He gonna fix it in
Make
post.
this a real.
Give it a raw
Look,
footage.
because I didn't have to follow up with you, man. You are about your business. You good with me.
Oh, no. I tell people, like, I believe in, if I say something, I mean it. You will not hear me. I don't even play like that. Like, people be like, oh, I don't know if you playing. It's like, I might laugh, but I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, if I said it.
That's the most dangerous laugh ever. That's the most dangerous laugh ever right there. For real.
But okay, so let me ask you this: where y'all at with this this Drake shit, right? And him,
He's litigious.
him suing.
Drake a Scorpio. He petty.
Bro, I'm with him.
Okay,
I'm with him.
so in my opinion, right? For those who know Drake, they're saying lawsuit. He sued Kendrick. He didn't sue Kendrick.
He did not.
UMG. He's not even suing Universal Music Group. What he's doing is it's a petition, right? It's only a petition.
He didn't follow with a lawsuit yet?
Not yet. Okay. Not yet, right? And it's not him suing fucking Kendrick. Let's just be clear.
But people wrong with the narrative.
I was going to say, people be messy. They say it's a game of telephone.
You have to read people.
They punching down right now.
To be honest with
Drake
you,
is definitely down right now.
Drake is a hero for this. And I'm going to tell you why.
Talk about
this. Puts me in the mind frame of when Prince was talking his shit.
Yep.
And telling you how bogus labels are and what you should and shouldn't do.
Yep.
This puts me in the mind frame of Mike Jack, right?
How they did De La Soul.
Everybody, right?
Yep.
And people want to act like, oh, well, it's because of the battle and this and the third. No. The man saw the numbers and they were devaluing him because he was in contract negotiations. So if they devalue you as an asset,
my money.
Yeah.
Right? Why wouldn't I say something? Now, let's be clear. Drake, you did reap the benefits of some of the shit that they were doing for them in the first place. But contractually, it is what the fuck it is. Right? So if this is bigger than some rap battle shit.
Kill it, bro. Go ahead.
Right? Cool. This is about taking down the industry as a whole and the shit that goes on. Now, they've created a star. Drake is a billionaire, this and a third. Does he have enough bees to fight UMG? Right? Is he a hero? In my opinion, and he wins this shit? Hell yeah. Because now everybody has to be accounted for, every dollar, where it goes, payola, stream farms, the whole nine.
Yep.
All this
Bot
shit
farms,
matters,
all that.
right? And the fact that this is some dirty ass shit that the industry will do, you pit two artists against each other, and then you use the same game that you use to boost one artist against the artist that has made you plenty of money over the last 15 years, right? And now you're gonna devalue him because you only looked at as an asset. You're not even a human to these motherfuckers. You are a cash cow.
Your contract.
Right?
This is a story. It's a story reminder, bro. You can never outmuscle the machine. You can never outmuscle the machine. And when you get too big, they find a way to humble you in all these industries, bro. You can't do it, bro. Like, who was it? Richard Pryor? I forgot who said it. You never leave the game without a stain on your record. That's why, and this is random right here. This is why I'm rooting for LeBron James to not have no scandals, none. You need a black icon or a hero out here to end his career, in the same good grace that a lot of these white artists do, these other artists do, man. Without stains and blemishes, we need icons for these kids to look up to, bro. And with this Drake Kendrick shit, bro, look here, give us the music back. Just give us the music back, bro. K-Dot album was actually fire too. I ain't gonna front. You didn't like it. It was fire.
It was too West Coast.
Is that
Too set trippy for me. I'm cool.
So you don't like West Coast rap though.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
I was about to say, you gotta have an ear for West Coast rap for sure.
Yeah.
I like certain artists, but they definitely have a very unique sound, and you gotta fuck with it for sure.
Was it funny to y'all that I'm not like us, so not like us, whatever it is?
They call it bot like us now. They call it bot like us.
It wasn't even on the album.
Nah, it shouldn't have been. It should have been.
That should raise questions. Why wouldn't they put his biggest record to date on his new album?
900 million streams. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge.
Because they knew that this was coming, or it was already in the works. It was like, okay, we're not going to put this song on there in case now something happens with the album. Now we got to fucking shelf it, remove it, whatever, right?
So wait. So if he wins, what do you think it'll mean for the industry?
Well, first of all, they got to pay that man crazy because this
the difference of the valuation.
Yeah, absolutely. That probably cost him another, I don't know, 2 B's.
Hey,
easy.
Hey, Jody, you got a chance to sue somebody. Who you suing first?
You said if I
You got a chance to sue somebody. You got to sue somebody. Who you
sue
suing?
somebody, I'm suing Oprah.
Damn.
Talk your shit.
What we suing Oprah for?
Well, I was on the Never Ever Mess, and that's on own, so it'll be easy. Like, I feel like I would sue her.
Cool.
I would sue Oprah.
Who you suing, Bills?
Oh, I'm suing for back child support.
Damn.
Okay.
You gotta think big.
No, you know what? No one. I'm suing people who were, who's been liable for something. Like my reimbursements.
I get it, though.
I want that.
Get
And
it.
then also,
If I ever been Diddy, I would have sued him too.
I'm taking out my apartment. Because this radiant heat, it is 19 degrees outside. Oh my God.
I got rid of the heat too though.
It is not coming on.
Oh damn, I should work there.
I gotta go to Home Depot to put plastic on my windows.
Who you suing? Coach, besides Coach Sims, bro, who you suing?
I'm gonna sue my daddy, man, because he hated on me as a shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was this members only coat that I really wanted, and my mama had bought it for me.
Not a members only coat, bro.
I've heard it be about
He
7
just gotta go to civil court. He don't
I thought you was gonna say the dude that broke your
he don't
broke your
even really
ankle.
need a lawyer for that. They really just need mediators.
Not a members
They
only.
just need a mediation.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
You don't gotta waste no money and no deal. I sue my daddy is crazy.
Yeah.
Why I'm the only one up here? I'm thinking big. I'm like, I'm trying to retire.
No,
I hear you.
because most of my business relationships have been fine at present day. You know
My
what I'm saying?
business relationship is gonna be real fine after this
So
low.
Oprah, yeah, there you go.
But so y'all don't think Drake is wrong? Is this
I don't think
petty?
so. It's your right to pursue litigation. It's just your right. But
Is
why not?
is what they did
Is this hip hop?
illegal or
I was gonna go
unethical
there.
or both? I feel like that's the part. Like I don't know much about the laws around the music industry, so I would have to. I was reading it. I got kind of bored.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
a lengthy read.
I don't want to. I'm not
This
invested
is
in
a
it.
new level, man.
Let
And
me
I'm
tell you
okay
something,
with
bro. I'm sick of these unwritten rules of hip hop, bro. It's the only culture where you can make up rules as you go, or stick to old rules, and you got to stand on it. I don't care if rappers invent. I don't give a fuck when rappers invented. I'm not doing what they was doing back then in 2024. It's not gonna work now for us now. It's not work for the artists now. Like LL had a clip on a clip going around. You sent it to me. He made a claim that he might be the most important rapper ever, and I couldn't disagree with him. I couldn't. Shirt off, big chain, big car. All the girls like him. On the label, taking shit worldwide. Most important, I can't argue. I cannot argue with LL.
But didn't somebody do that like right before him? Was it
Got-
Shock Him or
Who is that?
who? It was
Before
another.
LL?
It was
not
another.
Shock G.
It was another rapper that shirt off, big chain,
Big Daddy Kane was on that.
big.
But he didn't go universal like
worldwide.
Yeah.
LL made everything worldwide. That's what impact matters a lot of times. Impact matters.
LL definitely. I never thought of LL as a crossover, but now that I think
That
about
man's
it,
a
especially
goat.
in like films, like yes, he definitely has been able to be all over and
Because of rap. And
Yeah.
then he used
That's
rap as a
true.
vehicle to get where he was going. You know what I'm saying? Then he just blew. He's still on NCIS right now, bro.
You
That's
said
true.
he was the most important rap.
This is him saying this about himself. So I
He
mean,
was saying he was most important.
the most name rapper more important to him, to the culture. We can name people that's better
did he
than him.
even
and
curse
did it
when
better.
he rapped?
Huh?
Yeah,
Did he
yeah.
swear?
Hell yeah.
He cursed.
I feel like he was a bit of a vanilla
I'm
rapper.
okay.
in a
It
sense.
wasn't vulgar curse. He cursed though.
Yeah, you know when I
I was about to say he definitely give me kind
it
of
out,
like
check it
Will
out.
Smith vibes.
that's what I was gonna say. Like he's
Damn.
definitely. You know
Yeah.
what? If you're Will Smith, you're
I'm gonna say this with
LL.
all but I really mean
You're
this.
LL.
I think one day people are gonna wake up and realize that LL Cool J is the most important rapper that ever existed. I truly believe one day people are gonna say that.
It's the rapper.
They're gonna say, "Yo," they're gonna look and they're gonna say, "Wow, When it comes to the jewelry, this is the guy who introduced all the diamond and the ice and the champagne. They're gonna say when it comes to the love songs, this is the guy who introduces
Pink
the love
cookies in
songs
a
and all the love
plastic
shit.
I need love.
I'm
When
not
it
mad
comes
at
to the
that.
bad boy vibe, they're gonna realize, oh, this is the guy who
Mama said,
introduced
"I'm well."
all the rebellious bad boy vibes before it was done. When it comes to the GOAT terminology, they're gonna say,
Yeah.
yo, this
He
is
did
the
that.
guy who came up
He
with the
did that.
GOAT stuff. They're gonna say when it comes to Def Jam, wow, this is the first artist that was on Def Jam. They're gonna say, well, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he ain't
Yeah, no,
wrong.
he's not.
He didn't
Yeah.
lie.
He lying.
He didn't lie.
He ain't lying, man.
Anything goes now, 2024,
Yeah.
bro. Anything goes. I'm sorry. Fuck all them rules. These unwritten rules. Anything goes, bro.
In hip hop.
Do what you got to do to win. Because guess
Yeah.
what? These little cats, little whatever, little whoever, they talk this from the mud shit. They're not following them rules, bro. They are interested in not ever going back to poverty. Not ever going back to having to drill somebody all the time. You know what I'm saying? For those that know what drill music is, do your homework, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? They interested in making their shit better. Why would I follow what these cats was doing? They had to sign contracts, had to do what the label told them. These monsters get it on their own now. And I ain't mad at that.
It's guerrilla rap.
Yeah, I ain't
this
mad at that
point.
at all.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's what access to media has given everybody. To like build your own brand and like create yourself. You don't have to be tied to a contract or to a network or to a like you really can like do all of this stuff on your own.
I think when my initial kind of like apprehension around me hearing like the most important rapper is because I think about like, okay, you have rappers and then you have like artists.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
I don't kind of think like when I think about like rappers, yeah, I know LL, but it's like I'm not really looking at him in that light because he was able to kind of transcend different things. I feel the same way about Ice Cube. I feel the same way because Ice Cube is cold.
Yeah.
Like,
Write whole movie scripts.
yeah,
Yeah.
like jumping off the porch writing movie
Yeah.
scripts and being able to like really tap into some different stuff. Like we talk about, just like I said, I think you have rappers and then I think you have artists. And I think him saying like most important rapper is limiting himself. Like he's like important rapper. It's like, no, you influence the culture. Like if
I
put
see what
your,
you want
you
to
see what I'm saying?
I see what
Like
you're saying now.
that's
Yeah,
why I'm like rapper, like
How do we influence this heat down
She
here?
done threw the hood on.
I wanna
Y'all
know.
cold? This shit, I turned it off.
Freezing.
This shit feels great.
I
You
never
have
put-
on
I never
like
put the
a
scully on,
sweater,
bro.
I have on
undershirt,
half a shirt.
thermals. I'm
Half a
freezing.
shirt.
Y'all could have been saying something, you know what I mean?
No, you trying to save money.
No.
He cut down budget fees.
No.
Right. First cut the craft service.
Hey man, look, I got a producer credit now. So
See already. Knowledge. This is your fault.
we back. Hey, did y'all see this young lady? She created the app. It's called a live lawyer app because her
Yes.
son kept getting pulled over.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Black woman named Paulina or Paulina.
I love
Paulina.
Paulinas.
Paulina is crazy.
Calling that lady
I'm from Chicago,
Paulina.
Paulina. Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about?
Calling her Paulina is not okay.
Please don't call that lady
Paulina
Paulina.
Johnson.
First of all, she black and old. That Paulina is just a terrible name. Anyway.
That
I don't
name
like
does
it.
get me tired, though.
Yeah, I don't
Get
like
that name out of here.
Don't be such an ageist.
But no, Paulina Brian, she created a live attorney app. So basically, you get pulled over, you get on a chat with a lawyer,
Yep.
right?
Pops up on your screen.
And they tell you exactly what to do and how to handle shit. Now, you in your field, I need you to take off on this. What does this look like for you? Good or bad?
But you know I'm the other side of the coin, bro.
For sure.
You already know, man. I think it's a brilliant idea because you got cats, some of my colleagues, we're not friends. They just co-workers. They abuse that motherfucker, that blue and that badge, man. They do anything they want to, whenever they want to, however they want to, man. So, and only thing that stops police from policing or being crooked or dirty is litigation, bro. It's having a lawyer present, bro. It's a wonderful thing. Now imagine all the 12 that when they get you out of the car, they say, put your phone down. You know it's gonna happen now more than ever, right? Give me your phone. Put your phone down. This is wonderful, bro. I need her to find a way. Like one time when I actually did some work, this guy was bogus. So I had every right to pull him over. He ran 3 stop signs, blew a stop, and I almost hit somebody. Motherfucker throwing dope out the motherfucker window. I'm looking like, bro, I gotta pull you over, bro. You can't do all this in front of me. I'm mind my business trying not to look at you. You made the obvious,
You
bro.
over here like trying
Yeah, I'm
to
trying to look at this dude, man.
Maybe just go and then
I'm
don't
like,
come
bro,
out.
come on, man. I'm paying attention to you, man. I want to go home on time.
Right.
You
No
know?
paperwork.
So I pulled him over, right? This mom hit the on-stop button. So everything, no bullshit. That's brilliant, bro. Everything was recorded. I say, man, look here. I said,
Sir.
I said, bro, you got a license? He said, yeah. He looked for his insurance. I said, don't even look for it, man. Don't even look for it. If you ain't got no one, I'm going to let you go. he's sitting there sweating. I'm looking like, I'm telling my partner, like, say, bro, I don't know what he's doing. We knew what the fuck it was. I'm like, I didn't go and look for that. None of that. I'm sure it's a pistol there too. I don't want that shit. You will never go home. I say, all right, cool. Gave me shit back, but it's brilliant. I need Polina. We're going to call it that now. I need Polina.
Polina ass.
Last name 63rd. What you mean?
I need Polina to be able to upload that app to OnStar or something because I don't want them to be able to take your phone and now whatever you record is done.
So
You know what I'm saying?
a live lawyer comes on your
That's
phone.
fire.
So the other thing is that the lawyers sign up, and wherever you are, it will fast track you to whoever's in that region, right? Because everybody doesn't have a license to, practice law in every single state. So get pulled over, you hit the app, it brings up a person. So your lawyer is literally looking at the scene with you at that time. So the whole put down the phone thing at that point, your lawyer is like, sir, I'm like, this is my client on behalf of, like, I wonder what it's going to take for police officers to learn how to engage when there is a lawyer present during a traffic stop. I think that's going to be something that's going to have to be prioritized.
Or does this make every lawyer that's on the app pro bono?
No, because it's a
membership?
Okay.
It's a membership.
Okay.
You have to pay for it. Yeah.
The thing about that is, though, that's a great point. The thing about that is, if I say you being detained, police can handcuff you. So now you got to put your phone down. That's the legal way to have you put your phone down.
Yeah.
Most police officers ain't smart. I've always been smart. Lane Tech. I've always been smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way to do everything the right way. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be on bullshit, I can be on bullshit the right way. But because of where I come from, who my people are, and the history of police and black people, I don't do that. I give them the fairest shake ever. I swear to God, who's the first people that burned me? My own people, bro. But it's a legal way to do all that. But once they work out the kinks of in that app or work around all the red tape that you're gonna have to work through to deal with police officers, it's gonna be a fire app. I'm getting it myself. I don't even need it.
I definitely want it.
I think it's been around since 2011 or 2014, one of the other. I forgot. But
it's finally getting to the phase where it can be. I hope that it's affordable. And then I also wonder, like, can you pay when you need it and not just like on retainer? So how much is the membership?
I would hope that the membership part is important. It's super affordable. But then on the back end, if, like, for example, there's a situation where, like, okay, now I need
legal representation.
Yeah.
Now that's a whole separate, like, okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, unless you already have a lawyer or you end up with, who are they? Public defenders. Yeah. Okay, so on average, how smart are our police officers when it comes to the law? Do you say, like, everybody pretty much knows the law, understands all the interpretations, or really?
No, a lot of officers specialize in certain things. Like, you got tag teams, gun teams, gang teams. They specialize in certain things. If I want a gang team, I'm not worried about traffic.
So they know the laws relative to their...
They specialize in the things that are, relative to what team they on. Like me, I've done desk, I've done lockup, I've done patrol. I've done
you started with desk, yeah.
So he love desk. I love desk. I'm 21 years in, bro. I'm cool. I don't got to see a crime again ever in my goddamn life. Hello, Officer Thompson, can I help you? I'm going to do that all day. Here go your report, ma'am. Sir, have a great day. Goddamn.
Bathrooms
cool.
that way.
There you go, ma'am. You need shelter? Call the phone. There you go, man. But they specialize in certain things, man. Just
I never realized that.
Cool.
Kind of like a doctor, like an ear, nose, and throat doctor, or like a podiatrist. Honestly, I always thought like all y'all knew all of the law. Now that's something that I feel
it's one group though. The field training officers, the FTOs, that got training new police officers. They know a lot of shit.
So that makes a lot of sense because when I be looking at the videos on YouTube, people know the law better than the police officers. I'm like, how is this happening?
Yeah, we ain't all smart.
We got to take the Constitution test to get out of 8th grade here in Illinois. Do y'all have to take a civil...
You got state exam. Yeah, you got state exam. You got 2 exams. You got to take it out the academy. Pass. And once you pass it, you can forget everything you know.
Is it on municipal, county, and state and federal laws?
All that.
Yes, all that.
All that. That was stupid, man. That was stupid, man. I need an app how to keep a girl happy. How to get to the bag. Create that app, Polina.
Cash App.
Yeah.
He said Cash App.
Jody, tell us how to create that. What does that app look like? If we're creating an app to create our girl, what does that app look like?
It looks like y'all getting into my Patreon. But
there you go. Yeah. Y'all heard it, right?
It looks like y'all get more for that one. That was a good comeback.
Yeah, it looks like y'all getting into my Patreon, to be honest. But
You gotta give it all to us. Give it a little bit. Pause.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Wait a minute.
I will say this. Women love when you're doing something that's curated specifically for them. Right? It could, that her favorite candy is Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. And
That's a freaky candy.
It's all limp. Nah.
It's a freaky candy.
You gotta get 3 of them together to make it something.
That's how you gotta eat it. Yeah.
Okay, we here.
But it could be something that's, like simple and cute as like, all right, cool, she having a long day or something like that. And it's like, babe, I got you your favorite
Twizzlers,
things.
yeah.
And it's like stuff like that makes women like, you know what? I got to do something for them now. Like, because women are naturally reciprocal, right? For me, that something is probably sexual because
Come on now.
it's like, I like to
Now we
do that.
cooking.
You like to do that, right? But more often than not, when you're doing something that's specific for her, not something that you saw on social media and you think all women want large bouquets of flowers, right? What is it that she likes specifically?
Yeah.
Can you add it on top of it though?
Throw some Twizzlers in it.
If she likes flowers.
So Twizzlers and flowers then.
If she likes flowers, like you really have to know your person, right? Because I'm not a flower girl.
No flowers?
I'm not a flower girl.
I'll take some
not.
weed.
We can't even give you flowers?
I don't like you gonna give me some flowers and I'm gonna put them in a vase and then I'm never gonna smell them and I'm never gonna go look at them.
Yeah, see, and then your reaction to that would blow me. It's like, man, you
Exactly.
ungrateful. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Ungrateful,
Yeah.
or do you just not know me?
I appreciate your honesty. Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm someone that I'll tell somebody in a minute, like, okay, cool, they pretty, thank you. I'll put them in a vase, but I'm a plant girl. If you give me a plant, okay, now I'm like,
want a hosta?
I like eucalyptus plants. But stuff like that, or candles. I love candles.
Bath and Body Works.
If somebody came
Should
through,
I be specific with her?
if someone came through with some mahogany teak wood candles,
Come on now.
oh my God.
Why is that so popular?
This is like the
Why is that
Christmas
fragrance so
list right
popular?
here.
I love that fragrance.
I
Real
think 85% of
bad.
the women I've ever talked to about candle scents, they mention that.
It's a very sexy fragrance. It's a very sexy
I
fragrance.
say it kind of really
I don't
thick.
like, and it's like I don't like fruits like smelling
floral,
like
yeah.
and I hate holiday smelling shit. I hate it so bad.
So you hate pumpkin spice too.
Oh
now.
my God, I hate pumpkin
it.
spice.
I love
Hate
pumpkin
it.
spice.
I don't want nothing with no apple in it, nothing with no cinnamon in it, nothing with none of that, right?
She's
All of
Scorpio,
those
bro.
always smell
She's
weird.
Scorpio. We gonna tell you what we hate.
She hate
We gonna
everything.
tell you. We gonna tell you what we hate. We might be related too, goddamn. Oh, we cousins now.
It was a moment in a Never Ever Met where one of the producers said that was like, you don't like anything. I was like,
You gotta see my post then on social media. I swear to God.
Do you have a rant this week?
Boy, let me tell you something.
Oh Lord.
Let me tell you something, man. We're gonna do it just like this. Thanksgiving just passed. I hope y'all Thanksgiving was fine. Hope y'all ate well, saw
cool.
family,
It was cool.
got a
For
chance
sure.
to relax. But we got to keep it a buck on the show. We always do because we have decisions to make, and a lot of y'all make the wrong goddamn decisions. All right?
Lord.
For real. Cranberry sauce is the most unnecessary Thanksgiving dish
You tripping.
ever. Ever. All right? I'm
It's
sorry.
a condiment.
It's worthless.
it's not a dish.
It's
It's
a dish.
definitely
It's
a
a condiment.
condiment.
Look
It's
at-
a condiment.
It's like jelly.
It's okay. Y'all
It's
be
like
wrong.
jelly.
Y'all be
Yeah.
wrong. Why is it on the dish by itself? You put jelly on the dish by itself, do you?
Yes, you
or
do.
Or mustard, or ketchup, or relish.
You do.
Or none of that. Where?
It's
When you have,
because
like-
it comes in a can.
Yeah,
That's on y'all.
mustard be in its own little thing, ketchup be in its own little thing, cranberry sauce be in its own
Cool.
little thing.
The only thing worse than cranberry sauce is cranberry sauce with cranberries in it. The real cranberry sauce. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Get him.
Do you
Yeah.
like cranberry juice?
When
some vodka?
I drink Hennessy, yeah.
Okay, so I feel like
hate
the
you right
same
now.
way cranberry juice just tastes like you supposed to add liquor to it. I feel like cranberry sauce just tastes like you supposed to have some dressing. Like it's not
I don't even want my food touching. I don't mix nothing.
Oh
my
my God. So
food
you
don't
just
touch.
a picky eating ass grown man.
My food can't touch. I don't want none of the broth over here. I don't like biscuits and gravy. I don't like gravy and potatoes. I don't like none of that shit.
You don't like your Italian beef?
Who
just-
eats
Nope.
oh
I
gravy?
knew
Nope.
it. I knew it. I
Nope.
saw where he was going with it.
Nope.
I saw exactly
Oh,
what
like soggy bread?
Yeah.
That's a no-no.
If your dressing don't got no kind of protein in it, no shredded chicken, no turkey, no
Who puts
gizzard,
chicken in
it ain't-
dressing?
It happens a lot. Happens a lot. It
I
ain't
don't.
dressing.
I've never seen
it's
this in my
stuffing.
life.
That shit is nasty
I don't
and
make my
unnecessary.
dressing like that.
Nasty and unnecessary.
Number 3, sweet potatoes is fucked up. It's nasty. The only thing worse than sweet potatoes is candy yams. It's big back energy type shit. Though. It's big back energy shit. I'm cool.
Wait.
Y'all can have it.
Why is it that? Well, like, what's the problem with sweet potatoes?
It's
That shit
nasty.
overrated. I'm
It's
cool with that
nasty.
shit.
Don't get no sweet potato
Who
fries.
makes y'all sweet potatoes?
I don't eat it. I don't give a fuck who make it.
You look like a sweet potato.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That's why.
Crazy.
She laughing too hard, bro.
We here now.
We here now.
It's 2024, bro. I saw somebody post a picture of mac and cheese that wasn't baked. My girl, you are a victim. Get it together. Go find you a black family somewhere where somebody know how to cook that mac and cheese, bake it, lay the motherfucker. I don't even eat mac and cheese no more. All right, I don't. But if it ain't baked, it ain't even put on the fucking table or a goddamn plate.
I have a question. What's the turkey's favorite Thanksgiving dessert? Peach cobbler.
Get your goof. She saw that. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait to bring that today.
I like Corey. That's actually fire though. I like Corey shit.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the family members that come in, make it to go plate, put it up, and then eat with the family. That's nasty work, people. And they still do that in 2024. Are y'all one of them?
No.
Okay. I've never been ashamed. But
I definitely have been in charge of making the to-go plates before service.
That's ratchet as hell.
That's
No,
fucked
because
up.
it's uncles and cousins that gotta come. Some people gotta work. You put their food up, and they're the ones that get served.
Yeah, but he's saying something different. He's saying like I
that's
come to your crib, I make me a plate, I put it away, and then I make me a plate to sit here and eat.
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
No, I mind.
They
I
get
only
the
mind
fuck out of
because
here.
I feel like it's inconsiderate. You got to be mindful of the people that are all here to eat. Now, it's one thing if like I made that plate, but it's not for me. It's for my sister that could, she running late or whatever the case is.
That's
Okay,
what you're
cool.
saying.
I'm looking out for somebody else,
Yeah.
but I'm looking out for myself in the future. In case
leftovers
I
is
get
fire.
that's crazy.
Future me is hungry.
That's crazy.
But big shout out to the family member every year that come with the flower power, the good smokes, and the alcohol, bro. Big fuck
no
you to
chasers.
Big fuck you to the cousin that come with the cup. And only the cup.
Hey, everybody has a job. He can't afford it.
Hey,
He can't
I had
afford
one cousin Joe show up to Thanksgiving.
Drop his name. I know.
Ryan.
Okay.
He had a red cup.
Hey Ryan,
Yeah.
Came here
What
with
you
one
do?
cup. It's
He came with a
crazy.
cup, right? And he say, man, my bottle bust in the freezer. I say, was it open? He was like, no, I bought it, I put it in the freezer.
Alcohol doesn't freeze.
It don't freeze.
Exactly.
We say, cuz, you ain't got to eat loud like that, cuz. Just come get something to drink. Come get something to drink, bro. It's all
What are
good.
we talking about?
I'm like, never heard what kind of zero proof alcohol
He
bottle
tried
is
that.
this?
He tried that shit.
That
man.
was a horrible lie. You're a horrible liar.
The thing is, we so used to him, we ain't even give a fuck. Joe, the real alcohol's in the refrigerator, bro. Go ahead.
Oh,
Don't
y'all
get down,
better
bro.
than me because I would have been like, please explain.
And the first thing I thought, like, how did it break?
It
Like,
did.
what?
No, I would please explain.
To me, it was-
Did you take a picture of it? I really want to
Hell
know.
no.
Like, I'm
You a
really
receipt
serious.
czar.
Wow
Like,
for
yeah,
that.
I am so big on receipts. I swear to God, I
Wild.
have receipts from 2017 in my phone right now. I'm waiting on
Y'all
somebody
better
to
say
tell
her
me.
DM playing with her.
Please don't play with me. Don't play with me because I promise you, I have receipts.
What was your favorite dish this year, though, for real? This year?
Dressing's always my favorite.
Dressing.
Dressing's always my favorite.
I
Oh,
had
I
bison dogs for Thanksgiving.
Who?
Hot dogs, bison hot dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, man.
I served Thanksgiving dinner.
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
I tried to make broil some bone marrows and like make a dinner. I didn't feel like it.
And my family came over to my house because I have the biggest space, but I only made
Flex.
the dressing
Come on.
and the greens because it was like potluck
Is
style.
the greens fire?
cranberry sauce.
Is the greens fire?
Greens fire
All right,
with
now,
cranberry
test.
sauce. Yes.
Boo.
Made my dressing, made my greens. And honestly, what I made was the best. I'm
fair.
not-
Hey,
yeah.
I said
I've
no.
been cooking since I was 8, so I
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I said no to you, bro. I was asked, should this guy have some of this? I said no, because I'm a hater. We had the seafood pasta. It was so delicious.
Oh, you trash.
You already know what it is,
You
bro.
supposed to have you
Was it the jerk
Just-
pasta or just
It was
regular
like
seafood?
pasta with the lobster in it, with the shrimp and with the crab in it. It was so
Why would
delicious,
you hate
bro.
like that?
I'm a hater, bro.
You stole my play last year too.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man.
It's the only one thing, bro.
You should have had him put him up when he got
Hey,
to the
I'm
dinner.
gonna leave here and go crack some more of that shit, bro. Yes.
All right, man. Jody, let me get anything
Jody,
you want to throw out
Jody.
here, promote, you know what I mean, the shows and what you got
Yes,
going
of
on.
course. I always got my hands in something.
All right, now. All right.
Of course, you guys can. Honestly, the key to all things Jody is to follow me on Instagram first and foremost. My Instagram is JODYPRHOE. Literally, all my links will take you wherever you want to go if you follow me on Instagram. Of course, you can tune in to the podcast. I drop 2 episodes a week. I was just telling you about the Skinamax episodes.
Yep.
With the Skinamax episodes, we drop those on Sundays, and we talk about movies that have sex scenes
So
in
go
them.
to church, go home, watch Skinamax.
Yes, exactly.
Balance.
Balance. And then every Wednesday, I drop the regular Her Nut Matters episodes. We talk about all things sex. The good, the bad, and the ugly, the kinky, the vanilla, which, you know, whatever. I don't really like vanilla, but it's cool. Damn. It's cool. I know y'all be vanilla. I want y'all to, my goal with Her Nut Matters is to make sure that everybody is out here having the most amazing sex that they could possibly have. I'm not trying to teach y'all to have sex like me. I'm trying to teach you how to have better sex like yourself.
Talk about it.
All right. So,
maybe think about Asia.
I love that. I love that.
But I'm also I'm on tour with the Heart of Soft show. We just had a show in Philly and in New York. We'll be in DC December 15th, and then we have Atlanta, Nashville, and Chicago next year. We're trying to do Houston as well. So again, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see all of the updates.
That's what's up, man. Being on tour as a podcast is dope, man. So shout out to, I love that shit.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I love that shit, man.
Make the hard work look easy.
You know,
Make it look easy.
we love you, Jody. You know what I'm saying? You can come through anytime.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Y'all cool. I told you I don't really be doing Chicago podcasts like that. Like they love me on the East Coast, but Chicago.
We try to bring you back home. Like, come on now.
Yeah. No, I love my
We try to bring
city.
you back home,
I love
man.
my city. So yes, whenever y'all want me, I'm here.
Let's do it. We out.
Hey, Brandy.
We are oppressed. We are
That's it.
exploited.